What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Tom Trips Out. In this episode, I'm going to tell you about my impressions of Ho Chi Minh. My name's Tom, this is my trip out.
Well, hey everybody, come along with me. Take a trip to a place to fight with AVSE. Meet people, live through, see the joy they bring, and how much it costs to try new things. Well, come and watch me on my trip out. My name's Tom, this is my trip out.
Alright, I'm out here. I went for a walk and I found a really good street to walk along because one side has a lot of shade and it's like very sunny and so hot that you want to stay out of the sun right at this time. But I can give you an impression of what the streets here look like and talk about, my first impressions of being here in Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam. Alright, let's check it out. So if you look around, I don't know if you can tell, but it's much more developed than Cambodia. Like the streets are way more built up. There's a big wide sidewalk. There's still horns honking everywhere and people drive the same. It's very similar, but it's as if you put Cambodia like 10 more years in the future. That's what it's like here. So behind me here is a school. So this could be where you work. So do the course with AVSE and in 4 weeks you could throw in your resume here and maybe this is your workplace. On a beautiful street in Ho Chi Minh in District 1. So one thing I noticed, like food and drinks or little things you buy in the store or can of pop or a sports drink or whatever. Everything here in Vietnam is like 50 cents to $1 cheaper. For example, like I had a sports drink that was only 40 cents and it would be like 75 cents in Cambodia, the same one. You think, oh whatever, that's just a few cents, but it's almost double. And I've had pho 3 times since I've been here in only 2.5 days. It's like the only thing I've eaten basically. And it's so amazing, the broth and every element. And you might pay like $4 in Cambodia. I'd say between $3.50 and $5.50 for a pho. And here I had the most amazing one of my life for like $2.20. And you're not sitting on a plastic stool in an alley, you're like inside an air-conditioned restaurant with tables and silverware and bowls, and then it's only $2. So it's a really amazing place. Another aspect people talk about, if they're deciding whether or not they like a city or a certain place is what's the weather like? And it's very similar to Cambodia, but what I've noticed, I've only been here for 2 days, so this could just be maybe this time of year, but the nighttime in the morning here in Ho Chi Minh is much cooler and refreshing. Like I don't know, I didn't have my thermometer out, but it would be like getting down to the high 20s or mid 20s, like even in the morning. And that can happen sometimes in Cambodia at night, but as soon as the sun is up, like 6:30, 7 a.m., it's like in Cambodia it doesn't take long. It's like by 8 a.m. it's at full heat already, like in the morning. And here in Ho Chi Minh, it takes until like almost noon. Another big difference I noticed, if you're comparing it to Cambodia, in Ho Chi Minh and probably in all Vietnam, they do not have Tuk Tuks here. So you can't just like hop in for a quick, really cheap ride in a Tuk Tuk. But they do have the Grab app, which is what I use to order Tuk Tuks in Cambodia. And Grab is huge here for food, especially, and like food delivery. But you can also order a ride, but a guy comes up on a motorbike that's all painted green, like the Grab logo all over it. and he's wearing a uniform and he has an extra helmet, and he'll pull up to where you called him, and you just get on the back of his motorbike and he hands you a helmet, and then he takes you. So that's what they have here. Instead of a tuk-tuk, you can order a Grab driver and just hop on the back of his motorbike. This looks like a nice park over here. Maybe we'll cross the street and check out this park here. Trying to cross here is just as dangerous, if not more dangerous, because the road has like 4 or 5, it's like 4 lanes wide. And because they're in Cambodia, it's the roads are a bit smaller, so everyone's kind of just puttering along more slowly. You know, even if someone kind of had a mistake and bumped into you, you'd probably just get a little bump and you wouldn't nothing. But here they're driving like real speed. Okay, I crossed and we're at the park. So here's like public workout. You can exercise on these things. Stairmaster. Here's a guy. Looks like there's a railing over here that might be right in front of a small body of water. Let's see what's over there. Yeah, and where I'm staying right now is an area called District 1. And I guess that's important if I'm telling you my impressions, and I've only visited this one part of the city. That's what I'm talking about. And District 1 is known as the crazy like party district because it has a big walking street. I made a YouTube short about that, you can see. And it's just the whole street is party and loud music and people standing there with menus and dancing girls and a fire breather and like all kinds of. There's restaurants with they have like live seafood, and you like lobsters and crabs that are still alive, and you choose one and then they cook it for you. Now I don't know, the next thing I'm going to talk about, I don't know if it's an unfair generalization or I've only been here for 2 days, so it's not a clear view of if this is true, but I've noticed just from my interactions around, like people don't speak English very much here, I feel like. And in Cambodia, even if they're kind of learning English, they can string together a small phrase. Like here, I feel like they're a step even back on their English. It's have to be a little more patient and understanding with them, that they don't, if they can't speak English, you know, just smile, like have fun with it, kind of act it out, or you know, you can usually get what you mean, you can get it across. Probably if you just go for a short walk, you'll be asked at least 3 times by different people, and they come up with a basket of brushes and polish and cleaners and stuff, and they're pointing at your feet, and they want to clean your shoes for you, like a shoe shiner. Well, I guess I've seen that in Cambodia, but there's guys walking around with a big like panel, and it's covered in all like tons of pairs of sunglasses, and they're trying to sell sunglasses. And like on the riverside in Phnom Penh, there's a guy walking around doing that, but it's like one guy in the whole city. Here, it's like every 1 out of 10 people walking by is a sunglasses guy. Like, there's a lot of them. It's like, so shoe shiners and sunglasses sellers are like really prevalent in District 1 and Ho Chi Minh. Yeah, so in conclusion, I think, you know, Ho Chi Minh's an amazing place, and Vietnam in general. It's just, to work here and live here, and long term, you have to have a degree to get a work permit, so that's why I can't live here. But I'm going to be visiting so much because I love it here. And yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, and until next time, remember, how you spend your days is the way you spend your life. It's never too late to start tripping out.